Hi everyone. In this video we are going to start learning mixed reality in Unity using mixed reality MR utility kit. Don't worry if mixed reality is new for you. We will start from zero. In this course we will build a real project where we will be comparing two QR code and find out which one is the winner, like comparing two products with different QR code and showing a result which is the winner like in the video, and it will be completely beginner friendly and we'll go step by step and create this project, as well as we'll learn furthermore MRUK tools and work on that as well and build other projects in this series. So let's build together. For this, just if you haven't installed your Unity, you have to go to installs and choose one version for your project, and you can do by going to this install editor, and we'll be using Unity 6.3 LTS, and I have already installed it. So I'll be starting with project, and you can simply create new project and leave it to Universal 3D and name your project. Once your project is created, you will see this in your screen. Now we'll be installing Mixed Reality Utility Kit, MRUK, and we'll be installing it from Unity Asset Store. There are several ways you can install it by going to Windows and Package Manager, but we'll be using easier one. Go to your browser and type Unity Asset Store. Then you will reach here and you will type MRUK. It's Mixed Reality Utility Kit, and you will see here different one from Metas, and we will be using Mixed Reality Utility Kit. And here is all-in-one SDK where you can simply install everything, but we'll be using this one. You will see add to my store. You will see this option here, open in Unity, and other description of this or documentation. You can look guide from here as well, as it is capable of not only QR but it can do other detection like walls and other. And if you do open in Unity, it will open inside Unity. Once you open it to Unity Package Manager or Asset Store, you will see Meta MR Utility Kit, and you have to install it. And you'll see Meta option here after your installation is done. And if you go to File and Build Profiles, now you'll see MetaQuest. You have to install. I have already installed it. You have to install this MetaQuest build platform as well. Like simply go to this section and you'll find here, and you have to install it from here, which I have already done. And you also can work it with Android platform as well. It's similar to MetaQuest, but some of optimization is done better here. So we have to go to MetaQuest and switch platform. Now after that, go to close this one and go to project setting, and you'll see different issues here. You can simply do fix all as well, and most of the issues will be resolved. Or you can simply go to this XR plugin management, and you can see here OpenXR and MetaXR group. It should be checked in as we are going to use OpenXR, and you can check here as well. Go to this OpenXR and enable it as well. Yeah, this one is for our desktop. Like if you want to directly check it from your link cable, then it is for that. And this one is for development of the Oculus in your as a application. And other than that, we require this Oculus Stores control profile, but it will also be directly added from this project validation. Like if you do fix all, you will see this option as well, or you can simply fix from here as well. And if you go to this section and you go to meta XR section, this two you don't need to do now, as we'll be not using these APIs for this one. And now if you go to this OpenXR, now you can see that it itself added this Oculus Stores control profile. You can manually edit as well. You can close this one. And we don't need this main camera as well. We'll be using mixed reality or the meta camera. So delete this one. You can delete it by this right click, or you can simply delete it. Now go to Windows and go to this tools, and you'll see building block section here. If you install all in one SDK or other meta SDK, you will see this option right here, but it is same. Now we need building blocks. Go to this all building blocks, and we need camera rigs. Our mixed reality camera setup is all here, so you can simply add that one. You can either click here and add, or directly add it from this plus option. And we'll need pass through as well. So if you want to know about pass through, simply click here, and you will see that it is required to work properly in this mixed reality option. And it has dependency as well. It requires this camera rig, or you can simply drag it here, and it will also work. Now to add MRUK, we require another building blocks. Simply go to here, and you will see option here, another blocks. It's effect mesh block. Once you add, you will see MR utility kit option here, and this effect mesh is another building blocks which will help you to detect whole room. And for now, if you want to see this as how it works in your headset, you can simply run it and check. Like it will create a blue boundary if you scan your room, and it will show that boundary. Like it will detect wall, table, and other object there. Now we'll write a small script for this project, and it will be basic. It will not cover all, as we will gradually increase our difficulties for script as well. So let's create a folder and name it scripts. Now go to this section and create script and name it as trackables manager. Now before using mixed reality utility kit features, we have to say Unity that we are going to use mixed reality utility kit, and we need to access those tools. For that, we have to type using, and it's meta, so we have to write meta dot and xr dot and meta utility kit be able to access mixed reality utility kit. And this public class trackable manager is our script name, and its job is to manage anything that our camera or MRUK detects. So it's simple, and you don't have to write this one. It will be automatic when you name your script. And mono behavior means that we'll be attaching it to a game object. Other is simple void start and void update. It will run once when the program starts, and void update is every time when it updates. Now, if you want, you can delete this one. Now simply type public void and write on trackable edit trackable. So this actually is a function, and it's called automatically by MRUK once it detects QR or any other wall or obstacle. Now we have to add another one, and we'll be adding public void untrackable removed. You can simply press tab as well, so it will complete the code. And this will be also called itself by our MRUK. So if our camera is away from QR, it will say that it is away. Now after that, what we will do is we'll write a comment when our QR gets tracked, and here is when our QR gets untracked, or simply when our QR is not tracked. Now what we'll do is, if it tracks, we will share message in console of Unity that it has detected QR. Here is a section called console, and here it will deliver text or information like if we have tracked QR or not. So we will be doing that, and for that we have to write debug.log. I see something. Mm, it is a trackable dot trackable type. Here we have used string interpolation, and it helps us to organize debug.log properly. Like it will print I see something, it is a, and we'll be seeing message directly here, so it will be easier to understand. Now we'll be add if statement. As you can see, here is red and it's showing trackable does not exist, so it is not recognizing as it is not global enough, but it's of OBR anchor, so we required OBR anchor for this one. Here is to fix, like you can simply type using static OBR OBR anchor here, and it will go. Or you can simply do other way by doing like OBR anchor dot. Both will work, and you can use any. Like we are using trackable type here to see that whether it is QR or not. So for that we need this OBR anchor. After that, go to this MR utility kit section and make sure that this tracker inside this scene setting you have enabled QR code tracking, and as our trackables we have to attach it to any game object. So what we have to do is we will be using this MR utility kit game object. You can simply drag your script here, and after that we have to add a function. Like go to this trackable edit section and add here and add here. What we are going to do is we are going to assign it with function if it detects something. Look, now drag this trackable manager script here in both and go to this function and go to trackables manager and choose on trackable edit, and for trackable removed go on trackable removed. Final it by going in camera rig that you have enabled this experimental features as well, as this MRUK feature is experimental and we have to make sure it is enabled. So I'm making it sure before running it in VR. Now I'll hit simply this play button as I have connected my headset to link cable. So let's check it. Now you see this blue boundaries, it is effect mesh. So I'll show you in casting as well. So I have started casting. You see boundary around my room. So what I have done is I have scanned my room and it is showing blue as option like boundaries. So if you uncheck that effect mesh, so it will not show that. And if I now bring this QR, like, like in Unity as well, go to console. So here are lots of things, but if you type QR here, you will see our debug.log message. Like I see something, it is QR code. So it had detected our QR code, and here the message appeared, I see QR code. So we have done it successfully. Now after this we will be spawning an object or 3D model into our QR. Like I will be placing 3D object above our QR code. So let's start through script. Now I'll organize some part in this script so it will be easier for everyone to understand. Let's remove this anchor so that it will be easy to understand, and there is two things are same as I have said earlier as well. And let's remove this untrackable for now so that it will be easier to understand. And I would also like to change this code a bit. Like now it is showing ICQR code when it tracks code, but we can simply delete above part and change this. And simply return if it is not QR, and other than that we'll write everything code inside it and debug.log. Same thing. Yeah, I have changed few codes as it will be easier to place prefab here, and we'll be placing a prefab, and I will teach you how to create prefab as well. To create a prefab, you just have to create a 3D object here, and let's create a sphere and leave it to sphere. And now go to asset. Let's see. Make sure it is all this position is 0, and let's reduce size to 0.1 and create a new folder and rename it to prefabs and open this, and you just need to drag this sphere to this space. Now it will be your sphere prefab, and you can delete this one, and now our prefab is ready. Now let's go to script. Now first, for placing 3D objects, we can simply write public game object and name one, and you can simply drag that. But as I have told earlier, we will try more professional ways, so we'll be using serialized. We have used this one as it will allow us to drag any 3D object in future as well. Now we'll place 3D prefab that we created here. So let's do spawn. So for that, we will first write game object and declare it as go. And for keeping or placing any object, we have to use instantiate. So we will write instantiate. So what we are going to instantiate is our span prefab, which we have already declared. So we'll make sure it moves with QR. So we have tracked the transform of that sphere and QR. And now we'll furthermore go here and go that transform. Its local position will be tracking local position. And we'll go here and go transform local rotation to quaternion.identity. So if you think it is confusing, but it's simple. So here go is used as a reference for game object, and in this local position we are tracking position of relative game object parent, like this is parent and this is child, so it will impact that transform as well. So we have made vector 3 that 0 means xyz will be 0, and similarly local rotation there will be no rotation. This quaternion means all 0 to make position accurate. So I have used this, and will be not including on trackable removed as it will be easier to understand and see demo as well. And let's save it. Now go to Unity, and in this area this trackable added is there and trackable removed is removed, so you can simply remove that as well. And now you can see trackable manager is already here. If you want to be in safe, you can simply remove, but it is not necessary, and you can do as well. So remove component and add it again so that it will not miss. And go to asset and go to prefab you have created and drag that prefab. You can drag any 3D object you have created or 3D prefab you have created, and simply drag it to there and drag this one in trackable edit and go here and make sure you have checked this one and save it. Now we'll check this in VR. Now I'll cast what I am seeing in VR itself. Now you can see our sphere is tracking QR code. So where I move my QR, it's tracking as we have used tracker. And after that we will be using QR tracker, which will be used to place text and other things like description of sphere properly.